Welcome back. This is it.
Yeah, we're in a new set.
It's no pain, no Wayne, baby. We're coming to you pre-recorded from the plains of the American Midwest. No particular location, but if you recognize that structure, please leave it in the comments below.
More power to you, man.
We've traveled many miles to get here.
Yeah, about 5. Yeah.
But we made it.
Yeah.
So...
First snow on the ground.
Oh, yeah.
It felt like it was the right time to finally get out there.
Time to get out, enjoy the sun.
With some very poor chairs as well.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. But we'll make it work. Trust us. So.
Absolutely, we will.
Yeah, but this time around, we had the Lucky Texan. We went back to Robert N. Bradbury as the director who did Riders of Destiny.
Oh, yeah.
You really liked it.
Big fan.
Me, not so much, but I could see why you liked it. There's some good bits.
Yeah.
But, I mean, this movie, I think we both really liked it.
Oh, it's just spectacular, isn't it?
It's great. Yeah, this movie was made in 1934, so we're in a new year.
We're moving along.
There's
We're
gonna
seeing
be
the evolution of John.
Yeah, we're going to be having 7 more movies in this year. All going to be directed by Robert N. Bradbury, so pretty excited about that.
Are they all by him?
I believe so.
I'm so fucking excited now. Are you kidding me?
Yeah, it's
We've
great.
got straight heat coming for the next month and a half of episodes.
Right, yeah. I'm going to start with a quick fun trivia fact here. We talked about this briefly before watching the movie. In October of 1996, on Channel 4, their studio in New York caught fire.
Yeah.
So, if you're an employee for the studio, what's your first reaction once there's a fire in the studio?
You know, maybe, like, get out, alert the authorities, save my own life.
How about inserting a cassette tape with this specific film, The Lucky Texan, and then playing it on repeat twice?
God forbid anything goes down. Like your network isn't broadcasting for 2 hours. Yeah. So they put the cassette. This worker, he's frazzled. This place is burning all around him. Yeah. I better put something on, and he shoves this cassette in, and it just plays uninterrupted, no commercial breaks, nothing. Yeah. Twice in a row.
Oh yeah, it's truly magnificent.
It's
props
phenomenal.
To that man. I hope he's still with us, because...
Oh, there's no way he is.
He definitely is.
It's from 1934.
Yeah.
If he was working 90 years ago...
Well, this was 1996 when this happened. So.
Oh, yeah, he's kicking it.
There's an opportunity.
Unless his arteries have all clogged up.
Yeah.
Which is entirely possible.
Entirely possible, indeed. There's another fun fact. This film was also called Gold Strike River in a re-released version.
Huh.
Yeah.
You know what? This is probably the first time. Oh, hey, dog.
We got a dog. A dog has made it. Hey, bud.
Hey,
How
buddy.
you doing?
How's it going? Hey, you should go on over there, buddy.
Yeah.
Oh, you're good. Hey, buddy. Hey.
Oh, my lord. All right. Bye, dog.
Sorry about that.
Oh, you're good.
Anyway.
What were we talking about? Oh,
talking about Gold
this
Strike
is potentially the first time where I believe the new title is better than the original.
Yeah, I believe so. I mean, they're both really good titles, I think. Yeah, just from the titles, you can tell this is a story about gold
mining, Texans, luck.
Yeah, very much so. Actually, before we get into that, I want to talk about Yakima Canutt.
Oh, yeah.
Because I did some research on this man. Absolute great man. He has been the stunt man for all of these films we've watched. And he's done some incredible stunts. He's done, climbing under the wagon.
Yeah.
Hopping on the horse, the Ben-Hur style chariot riding. You've said all of this. What's crazy is when in like the 50s, when he was doing like stuntman directing and stuff. He wasn't actually doing the stunts, but he was directing it. Mm-hmm. And he was, in fact, responsible for the Ben-Hur chariot scene.
I knew I saw it. I knew I saw that before.
Yeah, and another thing you were right about was Steven Spielberg paying tribute to his specific stunts. Indiana Jones, climbing under the
Nazi car.
Yeah, the Nazi
car. Truck.
That was Steven Spielberg paying tribute to Joachim Canet.
A direct reference to that exact moment.
I am astounded that you called both of those.
Dude, I've watched too many movies.
Yeah, it's just...
But God bless him. Joachim Canet, absolutely fantastic stunts, and he truly delivers in this one.
Absolutely. Another fun fact, he also has a Hollywood star. So someday, I think we got to visit that.
Oh, you can bet your bottom dollar we're going to see that.
Someday, trust us, viewers, we will do that.
Maybe for his last movie he does with John Wayne.
Maybe.
We can travel to California.
That we can do.
And do a video in the Mojave.
Oh, man. I think we better just get into the movie now, because boy, oh boy, I was awestruck. It was great.
Wall-to-wall action, intrigue, and wonderfully fun characters.
Oh my god. There's so many great characters. Like 3, which is a lot for these movies.
Yeah, that's all you need.
Yeah, it was great. Oh man.
So, opening off, where are we? Set the scene for us.
So, opening scene, we see John walking. I just wrote down, the first thing I noticed was his hat. His hat was huge.
Oh, a beautiful hat.
Yeah.
Another return to form of classic Wayne.
Yep.
The big hat. Mm-hmm. Just doesn't feel like John Wayne without a big hat.
Yeah. And in this film, John plays the role of a man called Jerry.
Yep, Jerry
something. Can't quite remember.
Jerry, last name doesn't matter.
Yeah, and his friend, Jake Benson.
Jake, an old man. He has no living kin apart from his granddaughter, who's off at college at the moment.
Yes. And they have a dog named Friday.
God bless him.
Who does an exceptional feat for them.
Yeah, so the two of them, they live on this cattle ranch. Mm-hmm. And tragically, their cattle's been rustled, and so they decide to open a blacksmith.
Yeah.
And one day, a man comes in because his horse is limping after it rode through a stream, and it turns out there's a piece of quartz stuck up in the hoof.
Well, no wonder this horse was limping.
And so they carve that out and they throw it on the dirt.
Yeah, that's right.
Enter Friday the dog. The two of them think their work is done. They sit down. Friday digs up the piece of quartz. Sure enough, it's got gold embedded in it.
There's gold in them hooves, brother.
There's gold in them hooves.
Yeah.
There absolutely is. And what a spectacular dog. The two of them suddenly awestruck by the possibility of riches because they know where this stream is. They know where this gold came from. Right. And immediately, John's like,
well, we're on our way right now, and if we find anything, I know a dog that's going to have a porterhouse steak and a home for life. You said it.
God bless Friday the dog. He deserves that steak.
He comes back, and God bless that dog.
He's a hero of the film, truly.
Truly, yes. So they go out. What do?
They go out to the stream and they're panning for gold.
Yep.
And sure enough, it's a rich stream bed. It's full of gold.
Absolutely.
Like huge nuggets of gold. They're making thousands of dollars because they go to the jewelers immediately. These two jewelers. Apparently, Jake is old friends with them. and he gives them the gold, and they make $800. Where we get another amazing line. After the gold is appraised, the jewelers are like, all right, this gold should be worth about $860 some. And John looks at him and is like,
Okay, we'll take that in currency if it's just the same to you.
Something like that.
just a really, really weird way of speaking that is so unique to John and these movies.
Yeah. Yeah, John, he was very charismatic. This might be his most charismatic film.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah, it's great. He does a great
We
job.
haven't seen such charm since A, Riding Cowboy John, and B, Singing Sandy Saunders. Those are the two most charming Johns we've had. And I think here he trumps them both.
Yeah, I think so.
He's just got this weird, he's got this smile, this smirk. Like, he knows what's going on. He knows it's a little bit silly, but he's having fun with the material. And it's just delightful to watch.
Yeah. So they go out, pan more gold, go back to the jewelers, and Jake, what's funny about him, he doesn't keep the gold on his horse like in a satchel or anything.
No, it'd be too easy.
That'd be too easy. He keeps it in his canteen.
Yeah, his secretive canteen.
Yeah.
Where he'll pretend to drink some water out of it, but really inside are rattling pieces of gold.
Oh yeah.
But when he's leaving the jewelers, we get an amazing revelation for the viewer, where the jeweler says, "Boy, we've sure got to find this plot of land where this gold's coming from, because we want the money, and I want Jake's ranch. In fact, I already stole his cattle." So we get a reveal that these two guys, there's two jewelers, are just pure evil bastards right off the bat. And we're just watching this unfold as their scheme impacts John and Jake's relationship and how they go throughout the movie. Mm-hmm. It's a wonderful bit.
It is.
But yeah, so the movie carries on, and they're striking it rich a couple times. And then one time, Jake goes in to sell gold.
Yep. With his canteen.
With his canteen and all. And it's a big haul. It's about $2,000.
$2,000. And this movie's set roughly in like 1910s, because there's a car bit later in the film. We'll get to that.
It's a crank engine car,
Still,
so probably right around 1910.
$2,000 ain't no chicken feed, man.
It ain't no chicken feed.
It ain't no chicken feed.
It's a hell of a lot of money.
Yeah. I don't know the exact, calculation.
In 1910, it's probably about $20 to $1.
So that'd be...
So $40K.
That's a good haul.
That
was just one haul. That was just one haul.
Oh yeah, they're doing multiple of these. They have truly struck it rich.
They have. Yeah. And they won't give up their secret location. So
not for anybody. But drama.
Yes.
As he's getting the money, the jeweler has a trick up his sleeve. So he says, "The government's making me get a receipt for all raw gold purchased. I need you to sign this piece of paper." And he hands to Jake a real receipt, and Jake's an old man. He can hardly read it. And so he goes, "All right, fair enough," hands it back. The other guy, while he's stamping the date, swaps the documents. It's a bill of sale for Jake's ranch. Mm-hmm. These guys are secretly planning to murder Jake, and while he's out on the gold claim, kill him so that they know where the gold is. Yep. And they have his ranch because they have the bill of sale.
Yeah, very sneaky.
It's very sneaky. It's damn evil what they're doing.
Yeah, absolutely. So So after that, is it the two hitmen that try and kill him? Are they the same guys?
Yep, they're the same.
Okay,
guys.
they are the same guys. So they try it in or is this later?
What are you at?
I'm talking about Jake getting in the tin.
Jake getting in the tin.
When is that?
This happens right around the same time.
Okay, that's right. Yeah.
So this is when he wants to pay off his blacksmith shop, because they had to open a blacksmith shop. It costs money.
Mm-hmm.
So he has to go to the bank to pay it off. And while he's in there, there's a ruckus going on with the financier. And it turns out a gentleman by the name of Al, who has money troubles of his own, has decided to frame Jake for murder and steal the money he has on him. So what he does is he clubs the bank manager in the head with this little horse statue, and then he alerts the sheriff, his father, that Jake has killed a man and frames him for murder. Thus, he gets locked up in the tin.
Yeah. Okay.
Obviously, Jerry, played by John Wayne, hears of this, knows it's no good and it can't be true, sees Al with a large bill of money, and he recognizes that it's Jake's money. And for this, he beats the ever-living shit out of Al.
It's none of your business.
In an amazing fight scene I will inevitably edit in here.
Yep.
And it is wonderful.
Oh yeah.
It's truly wonderful. And then Al admits that he in fact set up Jerry. Cutting to an amazing chase scene, because Jerry says this, John lets go of him for a second and he runs away.
Yeah.
And we get one of the best moments in any of these movies, which is the water slide.
Oh my heavens. This was crazy, because John is just like, he grabs a stick.
Yep.
And he's come across some sort of what do you call it?
While they're riding, what happens is the two of them are on horseback, and John is attempting to jump onto Al's horse.
Yeah.
But he misses, falls down a hill. And so he has to think quick. He knows this land.
Yeah.
So he knows Jerry will wrap around to the side of where this, basically, it's this large wooden box that diverts part of the river.
Yeah.
Because this is Texas, it's a dry place.
Yeah.
They have to use these man-made tributaries to divert the water. And he finds this large wooden ramp with water rushing down it. And then, Michael, what does he do?
He grabs a stick, and then he just sort of slides down on both feet, flat-footed. He's riding the stick like those little toy pony things. that we all did as a kid. And he's just sliding down the thing.
He's just riding it down for so long.
Yeah.
It's
incredible.
Crazy. I've never seen anything like it.
It's an incredible stunt by, I'm presuming, was Joaquin McKinnon.
Oh yeah, he's definitely the stunt coordinator and the man doing all of these.
Yeah, that was
that's visionary.
No, it's incredible. I think this has been about pretty much his opus right now.
Oh, I'm right there with you.
Yeah.
It doesn't get much better.
He's outdone the chariot scene. It's incredible.
Wonderful. Absolutely wonderful.
Another thing I want to touch on, in Riders of Destiny, also directed by Robert N. Bradbury, we had quite some great cinematography, very revolutionary for the time, and it just continues in this film.
He's still doing these swoop cuts, or these panning cuts, where the camera will swivel, cut, and then it'll keep in the motion, so you're whipping around, and you're in a new area, in a new scene.
Yeah.
And it is amazing.
Yeah, and with the last film, they just have a long shot of a horse galloping.
Yeah, as the viewers of that episode will know.
Yeah.
It puts you to sleep.
It does, but these cuts are quick, snappy, gets your attention. It's incredible.
There is no fat on this movie.
No.
Every single scene serves a purpose, and it lasts exactly as long as it needs to.
Yeah.
It is cut. Fantastic. There's nothing on here except pure tenderloin.
Oh, yeah. Absolutely.
It's spectacular. And in keeping with this fashion, they immediately, once John catches Al, we're back in the town and he's turning him in.
Yeah.
And there's this wonderful, side story that's only hinted at of the sheriff having to put his own son to justice.
Yeah.
I arrest you for attempted murder and robbery. And I'm going to do my duty in helping to exact the full penalty for your crime.
Sorry, Sheriff, but it had to be your son.
Because this is murder. He
Right.
killed him, so he's gonna be hanged.
Yeah.
And they just touch on it briefly, and I think that's all it needs to be. I think that's a wonderful thing. I love the idea of this dramatic story only being a little part of this bigger movie.
Yeah.
All these interesting characters exist alongside John Wayne.
Yeah.
It's a wonderful little moment.
Yeah, the story in this film, it might be our best story.
But yeah, I was actually engaged.
Yeah, it's simple, but
You wonder how it's gonna go. There's drama.
there is.
And speaking of drama, this is when Jake,
Yes, Jake.
the old man Jake, decides to ride out to the claim alone. It's the end of the season, and he has to hide their sluice box. Now, at this point, his granddaughter, Betty, right?
Yes, I believe it's Betty.
Betty
Yeah,
has
Betty.
returned, and the three of them are a happy home. They're loving life.
Yep.
And Jerry says, you know what? I've got to ensure that we keep our state safe. Because they think the only threat was Al. He's out of prison. Everything's going swell.
Yep.
He goes out to the claim to hide their sluice box and therefore hide from the world where this gold is. And this is when the jewelers make their play. And they ride out there. They corner Jerry, and they shoot him in the head.
Yeah.
Drop your hands, Benson.
Oh, so that's your game, eh?
They gun him down off his horse.
In cold blood.
And
His mule, actually.
And this is where things get nuts.
It's crazy.
Because Jerry, we see him lying in the dirt. Our favorite dog, Friday, is with him.
Yep. It's very sad.
It's very sad, very somber. And then we get kind of a comedy scene of the two jewelers trying to get Jerry's stuff from his mule.
Yeah, the mule is pissed.
He's not having any of it.
No.
It's bucking everywhere, dragging a guy alongside of it, and an accident occurred on set, I believe.
Yeah.
Because in the corner of a frame, which I'll put in here, you see a man get absolutely fucking obliterated by this donkey.
17, sure enough.
Did you see it? In the bottom right corner of the screen, you can see a small donkey's hoof going directly into the stuntman's balls.
Yeah.
It kicks the shit out of him.
In his crotch, I believe.
Oh, yeah. He is devastated after that. And then it hard cuts, obviously.
Yeah. And then there's a short little scene where the mule is chasing the two hooligans, or one of the hooligans.
Yeah, the guy that gets accidentally kicked.
Yeah.
Get him, boss!
Is getting chased away by the mule. And so these two hooligans run away. And it turns out Jake, he starts crawling and he's alive. And he whispers into Friday's ear, "Go get Jerry. Bring him here." And he does. Jerry the Wonder Dog. Or Friday the Wonder Dog.
Friday the Miracle Dog is what I called it.
Friday the Miracle Dog.
Who needs Duke?
Who needs Duke
Friday?
when you've got Friday? Honestly, it was good seeing a Duke-like character back.
Yeah, a miracle animal. It was good to see.
Can't have too many. But he goes and gets Jerry. And he finds and they save Jake. Now the two jewelers think he's dead.
Yep.
This is crucial to the story. But you see this red stripe right along his forehead because the bullet grazed his skull.
Yeah, that's incredible.
And like a badass, he just keeps going. He's an unstoppable force of nature. And it is awesome watching Jake just recovering.
Yeah.
And now Jake tells Jerry of the dangers, of the fact that these jewelers are betraying them.
Yep.
And trying to steal the ranch. He knows everything. So, Jerry, thinking, okay, I need to mark my claim to this riverbed now, before these guys can get their hands on the gold mine. So he goes to the bank to settle the papers. Now this is where the jewelers come in with their scheme. Oh, hold on. Hold the fort. Hold the fort. We almost walked past one of the best damn scenes in this movie. While Jake is recovering and they're all back at home, we learn that Jake used to be an actor. And we have John opening this dresser, and it turns out Jake used to dress up as a woman in the theater. And he was really good at it. And in this chest are the things you would have to dress up as a woman in the I guess since this would be the very early 20th century.
Yeah.
And it's got like the thing that you hang over your buttocks to give you like a shelf.
Yeah.
John puts that over his tits. It's wonderful. I'll put the scene in here.
I wore that when I played in a show called Charlie's Aunt.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Well, what the heck is this?
Son, that's the thing that helped make Anna Held and Lillian Russell famous.
Oh, I see. Up here like this, eh?
No! You darn yearling, you got it in the wrong spot.
There we go.
There we go.
Is spectacular. And so this, just keep that in your mind. They're setting this up. They're laying little eggs for us.
Oh yeah, it's building, man.
It's building. It's coming to a crescendo.
Oh yeah.
And John wants to buy this stake of land, and they're gonna pay for it with gold.
Yep.
Gold kept in the canteen. So John, parking his horse in front of the bank, leaves his horse there with the canteen full of gold, and goes into the bank. While he is in there, the two jewelers alert the sheriff, hey, we know Jake's gone missing, because everyone recognizes that he's gone missing at this point.
Yeah.
Hey, that canteen is full of Jake's gold.
Yeah.
I think Jerry killed Jake to steal the gold mine from him.
Suspense.
Huge drama.
Yeah.
Because the sheriff throws Jerry in the slammer, and he's going to trial.
Yeah.
Luckily, very luckily, Betty is there. And she's like, there's no way. I know Jake's alive.
Yeah.
And I know Jerry and Jake are innocent. So she rushes to the prison to see what's happening to Jerry. And Jerry says, listen, go tell Jake my trial is tomorrow.
Yeah.
and he needs to sneak into the trial without being seen and then reveal himself to be alive. And she does this, and we get one of the coldest lines in history, because Jake, this stone cold killer, in unimaginable wisdom decides, I need to dress up as a woman and
go back to his acting days.
Go back to Formula One,
yeah.
and say, I am gonna dress up as a woman and sneak in. And while he is in front of the courthouse, he runs into the jewelers.
Yeah.
And he's just pretending to be this woman. Ooh, I do love a good murder trial. You know, if I were a murderer, I would prefer to face the electric chair than have a rope around my neck. To which the jewelers respond, okay, lady, we're not interested. And then Jake, he immediately lays down.
But you're going to be.
So cold. So
Holy
cold.
Lord.
It's so refreshing to finally have a movie where there's other characters other than John's character that are just stone cold killers.
Right?
Like Sonora Joe had a little bit of that, but it was mainly just a comedy, man.
Yeah.
No one's like balls to the wall, stone cold killer, man.
In this movie, Jake and Jerry are co-leads.
Yeah.
John isn't just the star. Jerry has the same amount of screen time. Yeah. They're just as important.
Jerry and Jake, you mean? We're getting all sorts of.
I said Jake and Jerry.
I think you said John and Jerry.
Oh,
we're the same. We've been kind of doing that. I've noticed that we're getting a bit confused. A bunch of J names.
Jake is the old man.
Yes, and Jerry
is John Wayne. Yes. John and Jerry are the same person.
Yes.
We're good.
We got that clarified.
I think. I'll check we'll check the tapes.
Yeah. Hopefully that's not too confusing, viewer.
Oh, I think they've got a pretty good handle on this.
Yeah.
But yeah. So he walks in.
Yeah.
And he starts giving this long speech about how he's a relative of Jake's as a woman. Oh, I knew him since he was a babe in arms.
Yeah.
I've known Jake my whole life, and I know who killed him. No good coyotes are in this room. Sheriff, I don't suggest you let anybody out. And someone puts their chair leg over his dress.
Yeah.
And as he takes a step forward, he gets pantsed.
He's in his drawers.
He's in his drawers, bright white drawers.
And everybody's just laughing hysterically at him.
They're yucking it up.
We'll put in the clip right here. Yeah.
Spend some in.
Bang.
Bang.
That was the clip. And it is immaculate. And then Jerry, without missing a beat, because the judge is like, oh, dear woman, put on your dress. He goes, I'm no woman. Takes off the wig, takes off his bonnet.
Yep.
I'm Jake, and those two are the men who tried to kill me.
Yep.
And steal my gold. And without skipping a beat, those two jump out of the window of the courthouse.
Yeah.
No hesitation, they just jump straight through.
And then a man immediately, I think it's the sheriff, he just fires a shot quick at
him. Yeah, he's shooting at him. And then we get the most exciting chase scene of any of these movies.
A three-way chase. This is breaking new ground.
It is. To set the stage, we've got those two guys riding away on a horse together.
Yep.
We've got John in pursuit on a horse. And then we have Jake in a car driving behind them. One of those old crank start cars. Absolutely barreling, swerving down the road.
He's like drifting down the road. It's incredible.
Crazy. And if you think that's already so much heart-pumping action,
it gets better, man.
The two jewelers arrive at the train tracks where there's a motorized like trail car, It's like one of those pump cars, but with a motor on it.
Yeah.
And they immediately jump on that and start hurtling down the tracks. You've got John in hot pursuit on his horse.
Yep.
And Jerry is crossing over the tracks, barely missing them. It is thrilling. Unlike most of the chase scenes where it's just horse ride, nothing happens.
Jump on a stagecoach, horse ride.
This is constant near misses, constant action. The setting is always changing.
Yep.
There's something new with every scene.
Yeah.
And then John, riding the horse, jumps off of his horse onto the rail car and tackles a dude off of it. And they start fighting.
Yep.
And Jerry parks his car on the train tracks. And within a second of the two colliding, the jeweler jumps off, and Jerry jumps off the car and like punches him from the sky.
And then they start laying out haymakers.
Dude, they're wailing on each other.
And what's crazy about Jake, he's got fast feet. He's like jumping all over the place in his draws. He's just absolutely whiffing on his punches, man.
Jake is still half in a dress during this whole thing. And then eventually he clubs the dude over the head with a big wooden stick.
Yeah.
Twice.
As if once wasn't good enough. You had to make sure he was unconscious, you know.
Oh, it is unbelievable.
Yeah. It's incredible.
God bless.
Yeah.
And then with the bandits captured by John and Jake, by Jerry and Jake.
Jerry and Jake, yep.
We cut to not a wedding, but a wedding photograph.
Yeah.
Jerry and Betty have been wed.
Yep.
And
Jake is there.
Jake is there, and so is Friday.
So is Friday,
and they're
our favorite dog.
They're all posing to have their photograph. And this is one of the best comedy bits I have ever seen. While the photographer is setting up, he mentions, "All right now, don't y'all move. I've been trying to get you in position for all afternoon." Because they've been there for hours. Photographs take a long time in 1910. And he's setting up his camera, and he turns around, and Jerry and Betty start kissing.
Yeah.
And they move. They're out of position.
Yeah.
And the camera operator he just
packs up and leaves.
Hold it! Ready now.
Finn.
What an amazing movie.
Oh my god. This was such a breath of fresh air after last week. I mean, oh my heavens.
Truly.
We needed this one.
Absolutely.
And it was so fitting that this movie ended up on our first, visual set.
Yeah.
It's incredible.
I am so happy we watched this movie.
Yeah. It was great.
Let's run through our segments here.
Through our segments. Shoot. What should we do first? Should we do the Critics Corner?
Let's do Critics Corner.
Critics Corner. So on Rotten Tomatoes, all of these movies have been hovering around 20-30%. So this one was 30% flat.
That's criminal.
It is.
This is probably like a 70. I
For
think
sure.
70% of people will vibe with this movie hardcore.
I truly cannot see how this is a 30%.
I can't fathom it.
Yeah.
It's got action. It's got interesting characters. Comedy.
Mm-hmm.
What's more to... Amazing set pieces.
Yeah.
I don't know what the budget was for this movie, but these B movies all have tiny budgets.
Yeah.
They're made for dirt. And it is amazing what they make happen.
And this movie's paced really well. They only got an hour, but they do a lot, but it's not too much. I mean, it's perfect.
A perfect 1 hour movie.
Yeah.
There's exactly enough content for 1 hour.
And I felt satisfied after watching this movie. Like, after some of these, watching these B westerns, you're just like, I mean, that was a B western.
Yeah.
But this was like an actual movie.
I know. I was excited towards the end. I wanted to see what was happening.
Yeah, it was great, man. Love it.
Yeah, so Rotten Tomatoes, get your shit together,
What's
man.
wrong with you?
Come on now.
Unbelievable. We don't even want to go into reading critics. They're all wrong. We're the only reliable critics here.
We're the real professionals.
We are the real professionals. We are
in our professional studio.
Yeah, with our professional chairs, professional table.
Everything looks correct.
Yeah. Oh man, what else we got? Shoot. Forgot what our bits are.
We've got War of the Waynes.
War of the Waynes.
This Wayne loses.
Yeah, this
Singing
Wayne,
Sandy reigns supreme.
Yeah, definitely Singing Sandy's the most powerful Wayne.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
110%.
But I mean, this guy isn't bad. He'll put up a fight.
Oh yeah. Yeah. He does what he needs to do.
He doesn't have any gun-slinging skills.
No, he doesn't kill anyone.
No, he can beat someone up.
He can throw hands, but that's just about it.
Maybe he'll get lucky.
Yeah.
But that's probably about it.
That's probably about it. I think the lucky Texan of this movie is Jerry. Or Jake.
Yeah.
Jake is... He stole the show in every scene he's in. And this is one of John's best movies.
It is.
And Jake steals the scene.
Yeah.
Because he's wonderful.
I forget the actor's name. It's something Hayes.
Yeah.
But God bless that
I'll
man.
put his IMDb here.
Yeah.
But yeah.
God bless that man.
Fantastic. Honestly, I think we just skip our bits. The movie speaks for itself.
Absolutely, yeah.
I think we wrap up with our review.
Yeah, I think so. There's no better way.
Yeah.
I'm feeling 2 thumbs up, man.
Me too. I think this is our second 4-thumb movie.
The first one was Ride 'em Cowboy. I think this one's better than Ride 'em Cowboy.
I agree.
Yeah.
This is the best movie we've watched on this project.
Absolutely. Yeah, The Lucky Texan, man.
Watch The Lucky Texan.
Yep, absolutely.
You will not regret it.
Free on YouTube as well.
It is.
Oh, we got our second favorite dog here. Hey, bud.
Hey, bud. So yeah, you can watch the movie for free.
Yeah.
Do that.
Yep.
And we'll see you all next time.
Check out the Instagram, No Pain No Wayne Pod.
Absolutely.
X, No Pain No Wayne 1. Send us some email, nopainnoWayne1@gmail. And I think that's a wrap.